So there's a constant striving instead of arriving.
Yeah, I just think there's this. It's not that striving isn't part of the conversation and be aiming at it, but I think there's so much eye over the shoulder. Like if the present moment is someone you're standing in front of, I think if to have some sort of context of things, you might need to spend a certain amount of time looking over the shoulder and looking around. But I think there seems to be an unhealthy level of looking over the shoulder as opposed to looking at.
Well, let me ask you this.
And now
how come? Sorry, I was just gonna say how come you're here?
I don't know. I'm just here right now. If I could probably break it down how I got here.
I was gonna ask the question. Well, why is it similar to yours? Why is it the way that you are? Why is it that you're making this statement? What holds this statement to be true? What holds this statement to be true for the vast majority of people, which I agree with. Not everybody does, obviously, because we're here. Which is where we're actually focusing on arriving. We're actually focusing on being here. We're focusing on being present. Whereas I would say the vast majority of humanity is not. And now the question is why? Why is humanity like this? Well, humanity is like this because of a lot of things. Some of those things being money as a thing to strive towards on its own, which is ridiculous. Success and promotions and job title, which are all nonsense. And
Did you say money is ridiculous to strive for? Is that what you said?
From a number standpoint, as opposed to tangible
exactly.
wealth.
From a perspective of ridiculous in the perspective of just striving
as a scoreboard, not using it is what you mean,
exactly as like just something to strive towards because it's endless and it's never ending, and why it just doesn't even make sense because you haven't made sense of it as in that context. So why are we always striving towards something? Well, I think the reason why is because money, because of government, because of jobs. It's the way that humanity has chosen on a larger scale to focus, because for as far as we've gotten so far, the vast majority feels that this is the best way. Now, over time, things will change, as they always have, until we find a better way. And there might be a day where that comes, and I hope it comes, where striving towards striving isn't our main fucking purpose in life. You know what I mean? You can actually just live. And at that moment, when you can actually just live, you don't have to worry about money all the time. You don't have to worry about your promotion or job title or whatever, or how well you do your work, this other thing that somebody told you to do. Like, you don't actually have to focus on that. Where as a human race, on a larger scale, we are actually just able to do the things that we as individuals want to do, because we are all little mini gods being able to shape the world in the way we want. But not everybody has the capability, the privilege, especially the privilege to be able to do that right now. And I think as things progress, as technology gets better, as things like crypto are introduced that help distribute wealth, the extent to which we just like strive towards something starts to disappear from the typical sense into reclaiming our power, into we as humans actually get to do what we want to do.
And I think within the nature of what you want to do, and this is something I've realized for myself, is just because it's not within my bliss to desire to strive within like mental constructs of like future and past, and there's a portion in which is necessary within the pie of my life and activity and focus.
And you gotta get a ticket to go to Guatemala.
Exactly.
You gotta have the immigration forms filled out. You need the PCR test or the antigen test.
And on the flip side is like that ratio is different than everyone. And I think there's some, like with philosophy, it's creating a personal philosophy, but it is everyone creating their own personal philosophy. There isn't the strategy that I use, or the philosophy or the lens that I have, and the ratio that I do the different things is not going to be the same as someone else, because people get, like, for example, you take the most abstract thing where it's math at like the high intellectual levels, where there's virtually little to none actual tangible application of it, but they're drawn from a bliss standpoint to dwell in the most abstract of concepts so as to push the envelope, punt down the field, like broaden the horizons of possibilities. But then other people are going to want to spend more time doing different things, and then it's I mean, one of the things that we do when we stumble upon a conclusion about life, and it's why we do a podcast, it's why we'd want to write a book, it's why
you make a decision.
We make a decision, and we want to reinforce that by telling other people, and then we get through conformity or consensus other people doing it, and that makes it seem like a better version for ourselves. But then realizing that when you stumble upon something for yourself that works or you like or you enjoy, it might be for other people, but it also very well might not be.
Yeah, it reminds me of the cliche, everyone is a snowflake. We're all unique in our own way. And that reminds me of Alan Watts too, because he talks about like using a shell in his lectures as a display and like a prop, where he'll talk about how it's very unique and perfect in every way. And it was designed this like almost like a cosmic design where it was perfect. And then he describes there being no difference between you or I or Ian in that same way, where we're just like unique and perfect and exactly designed how we were supposed to be designed. So that's what it makes me think of. It's like we can all have our own unique philosophy. Right?
Absolutely.
And I don't need to shout from the rooftops and try to shove mine down everyone's throat, because if it works for me, then I just live it.
Yeah,
Right?
and you'll naturally attract the right people it's for, because they'll be open to that frequency. They'll be open
like
to
a
that
magnet.
frequency, and the other people who aren't will be open to some other frequency, and
True.
all of it will be right.
Vibes.
None of it could be wrong, because there is no right and wrong. There's probably stuff you don't want to do, but there is no really objective right and wrong. I mean, there's stuff that again, you shouldn't do. I don't agree.
Damn.
Like, you know what I mean? Rules do benefit the larger society. Some rules don't. Obviously, probably most don't.
Well, it's like the rules of society that are good for general, which is don't kill people, really doesn't work if you want to kill people, But in general, we're happy with infringing upon that person's desire to kill people, because to have everyone want to have people killing people is kind of an issue.
So one of the things I want to talk about on this show, but it seems like we're gonna run long. I don't know if there's any time restraint on this at all, but one of the questions I wanted to ask about is like emotional self-sufficiency, because like as an example, been exposed to crypto like we talked about, and the risks seem high, the rewards are high obviously, but I'd rather just like make sure that I got it in. One of the things I wanted to do is I told my dad we'd celebrate his birthday today.
Sure.
So if you want to, can we sing him fucking happy birthday on the podcast, man?
If I would, honestly, you really want to, I just don't see how it continues to the thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like first off, I'm open-minded.
I definitely have a lot of positions based off what we talked about from this show today alone.
Well, first off, I'm open-minded to it, so let's talk it out first. It's like if I don't know, but it's kind of like if you go
delaying the inevitable.
It's just like I don't know. Fuck, if I was listening there and started singing "Happy Birthday," but
I don't know, man.
No,
if those people we already lost, dude.
We lost them
long time ago, dude.
Y'all stick around. Y'all stick around for anything.
One more hit up till the end, dude. That's all I need.
Yeah.
One more hit. Anyway,
I don't know.
I
just don't want to disappoint your dad. Here's we sang you happy birthday. He's listening for like an hour and a half. He's like, where the fuck is this happening?
Well, I was just gonna cut it out and send it to him. So like, imagine I sent him the whole podcast 7 weeks later and was like, "Hey man, we sang you happy birthday."
He's listening to it. It's an hour 15. He's like, "Why are you striving?" He's like, Jesus.
Buddy, let's sing my dad happy birthday.
Yeah, let's do
Fucking
it.
get it going. Feliz cumpleaños, John Andrews, 79 years old this year. Can't believe it.
Guy's old.
Holy shit.
It's a long time.
Ian called him an old bastard on the phone this morning.
Hey man, he said he loves burgers.
Yeah, that was it.
Anyway.
So innocent. Let's get it going. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
You old geezer.
Happy birthday, dear John.
And Harrison.
And Harrison.
Birthday to you.
Jeez. Thanks, dude.
Are you what?
Appreciate it, man.
Are you two?
Oh man,
Are you 79
seconds here? I think
Double speed it like your crypto videos, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
All right,
Quadruple
Shall
speed
we
back.
close that off there? I think
Buddy,
that's
don't you think that was perfect timing?
done.
I don't know if
Fucking-
it works with the rest of the show. It's to kill the show.
I didn't even talk about the things I wanted to.
But I need to
Don't
sing
worry,
happy birthday
Mohsen,
to Murder.
you and I will be in Medellin talking about risky business, and Gabriel will be.
I was gonna talk about crypto still and how it feels.
No,
like
we don't have any
40
time for
grand
that.
in half an hour.
We have no time.
We'll save that one for
So
later. It's
you
been like
hear
an hour and a
that,
half.
everybody.
Peace.
Happy birthday, John. Happy birthday, Dad.
Come.
And Mosin wants to talk about what it's like to lose $40,000 in 30 minutes.
And then gaining it back.
And getting it back, baby. Yeah.
Oh man, good stuff.